Vinay Ji, Jai Sri Ram, how are you
Hey, Ramji.
doing? Welcome
Good.
to Bharat Marg. You know, it's very incredible. Today we got the result, and Rishi Sunak loses to racism in white UK. Is that right? Means we see a lot of things trending, but the news is this: Liz Truss beats Rishi Sunak to become new UK Prime Minister. Many people say nothing has changed in UK except the Prime Minister. They say, after Boris goes out and thank you. Did the UK just missed the Obama moment? Okay, what you would like to say before going to Vinayji? Friends, if you are here at Bharat Marg, make sure that you like the channel, you like the video, subscribe the channel, and also make sure to press the notification bell to get update as we go live. And we will love to hear your comments to include in the video. Okay? Yes, Vinayji.
Hare Krishna ji. Um, I, I I kind of agree with you because there's a lot of reports coming out from the UK about what really happened in the prime ministerial elections in the UK. United Kingdom, as we all know, I myself lived there quite a few years ago, and I in fact went through my own experiences about racism and stuff like that. But coming back to Rishi Sunak, he's of Indian origin, born to first generation parents. His father is a doctor, and his mom also is very well accomplished. She works for a pharma. She works for in pharmacy actually. So yeah, so they've been well settled. Rishi Sunak was born and brought up in the UK, and yeah, but still, the amount of racism that exists in the UK is kind of even today it's prevalent. I mean, like it's kind of it's in a transformation phase, I think, or
Oh,
people.
yeah, they are okay. This is something you love to see here. I just realized Rishi Sunak looks like Ronald Rat. For any younger folks, Ronald Rat filled the cultural void in Britain after Beatles broke up. You
Correct. I
know,
mean, like there are a lot of caricatures coming out of in major newspapers in the UK. Like I was surprised when I saw the kind of caricatures that came out in the major publications in the United Kingdom, and that kind of surprised me because you don't put down a candidate like that. Yes, there is a right to freedom of speech and right to whatever you can say, or write whatever you can say and all that. But end of the day, you got to draw a line. So anyway, going back to the
One second, Vinayji. I want to show you a video where the Conservative Party member, okay, purely he says it is purely racism. Conservative member tells LBC presenter,
right.
okay, just see it. Okay, we are facing some technical difficulty here. One second. Yeah, um, he clearly. You know, did you see it? He clearly goes on to say
Yeah,
it's purely racism, nothing else. The period. This is a Conservative Party member who talks about it.
correct. So, and this is what I was trying to say, right? I mean, like, there are two versions of it. So I'm going to talk about the Conservative Party version, the official Tory Party version, and what really transpired. Okay, so there are two versions of it, and I'm going to touch both the subjects here. And first of all, let's go back to the beginning of the race, right? When Sunak actually threw his hat into the race. He was a strong contender, and remained the preferred choice among the Tory members. I mean, if you listen to Rishi Sunak speak, and if you listen to Liz Truss speak, you'll see a massive difference. I mean, she can hardly talk, and she can hardly emulate, and there's something about her that seems very artificial and something that I wouldn't trust. And that's the kind of person, that's the face she has. And it's even among the people of Britain, right? It's kind of
And
very
even
apparent.
Preeti Patel has quit.
Right, exactly. She quit, exactly. So the Sunak's popularity rating was somewhere, I think, in the 60 or 70%. I got to check that out, but according to the YouGov poll survey, right? So this is and Liz's popularity was somewhere in the 20%, I think. And surprisingly, just about 4 to 5, maybe 6 weeks ago, the whole thing shifted. And just 6 weeks before September 5th, when the elections were, the final announcements were supposed to be made, the shift was 66% popularity went to Liz Truss, and Sunak's fell to 17%. So, and he had massive support from his party members, like big ones were Sajid Javid, Nadeem Jahavi, Mordaunt, and many of these other Tory members were all cabinet members, senior guys in the Tory cabinet, were all supporting him, but they all changed and they went and supported Truss in the just in the last 4 to 6 weeks, maybe.
Yeah,
So the Tories' reasoning for his defeat. So let's look at the list here. Number one, they said that he became unpopular because he's supposed to have backstabbed Boris Johnson. But if that was the case, his popularity should have been right low right from the beginning. But his popularity was very high. And number two, his tax policies and performance in the treasury was given as a reason by apparently 8% of the people who polled, and 7% cited a lack of trust in him, and 5% saw him as out of touch. So all this should have happened in the beginning of the, again, in the
it all
beginning of
happened
the,
when he was about when he was
about to
close.
win,
Uh-huh.
exactly. And Rishi Sunak's image was permanently tainted, they say sometimes, because he apparently accepted that he took money from the deprived urban areas. So basically, an urban area that was rich, he took money out of that area and put it into the poor area so that he could kind of balance the equation there. And that didn't come off as, kind of didn't go well with many people. And then the other thing that also shifted from his favor was that because Akshata, who is the daughter of the Infosys founder Narayan Murthy, is considered the wealthier than Queen Elizabeth, the two. So who is the British monarch, and
Yeah. I was
and
seeing a cartoon today. Liz with the crown and Liz without the crown.
correct. Yeah, because you know what? Akshata is actually a part of she's on the board of directors of Infosys, and she rightfully owns properties, and she rightfully is rich. And why question that? I mean, somebody's rich, somebody is rich.
What?
You know,
Why Queen Elizabeth is begging or what? She has all the looted money.
This is kind of intimidation, right? Queen
See,
Elizabeth thought this is intimidation. Nobody
see,
can be richer than me.
this is what I call it as racism. Vinayji, correct me if I am wrong.
Mhm.
Queen Elizabeth can have money. Of course, looted money. That's okay. She looted all the colonies from where she
Exactly.
got the money. That is
Exactly.
okay. She can be rich. But
Exactly. So
Narayan Murthy's daughter cannot be rich, or Rishi Sunak's wife cannot be rich just
so
because she is not having a white skin.
100%. So it's Queen Elizabeth. Her wealth is all ill-gotten wealth. Ill-gotten wealth from basically, colonizing so many countries in the world, and bringing wealth from India and bringing wealth from many other countries into her own country, and saying now that she is rich because she looted those other countries. And now these people, Infosys, is actually a legitimate company that has grown from the bottom up, and now it's one of
Because
the
of the
biggest
hard
companies.
work.
Yeah, because of the hard work. And how can you question them? And they don't like people like this around. I mean, like, I remember when Mittal, the Lakshmi Mittal, the ArcelorMittal, the steel company, right? The founder, he bought the most expensive house in Britain. Okay. At the time, this was about maybe 10, 15 years ago. He bought it for 80 million pounds, I think, if I'm not mistaken. And nobody liked it, because how can a South Asian of Indian origin, how can he buy the
No,
most
no.
expensive
Let's
house in
let's
India?
cut it to the chase. Let's cut it to the chase. I cannot talk as eloquent as you are. Uh, how come a
No,
brown guy can have it? Let's put it.
exactly. This is what it is. So when Akshata was
Sorry, one of these days I will learn to be eloquent like you.
no, no, no. It's. I'm just telling you the facts, right? So, and the funny thing is, this is the funny thing. This is a legitimate company, and despite that, their finances, Akshata's and Rishi Sunak's finances, came under scrutiny as Labour Party called him to be more transparent regarding loans that he took to fund his business, and the money that he has accumulated, and the wealth he has accumulated. And this isn't this crazy? Like, what do you call this?
There are
And
more crazy things. There are more crazy things. Liberal party suck into Pakistan in the name of democracy.
right. And so Akshata, the other one that came out was, Akshata is still an Indian national. She has non-domiciled status in the UK, and she's not liable to pay taxes in the UK. In fact, her domicile status helps her to save around 20 million pounds in taxes on dividends from her shares in Infosys. So this was another allegation. And then also, Sunak apparently retained his U.S. green card even after returning to the to the UK. And critics have also questioned how come they wear such expensive clothes, and they
And
live in
expect,
such.
you when you are going to your construction site, how can you have $500 shoes?
Exactly. How can you wear such expensive shoes? How can you carry
But
such
I want to
expensive
ask, is Queen
handbags?
Elizabeth going with a cheaper dollar store handbag or what? Okay,
No,
but Vinayji, sorry to interfere you here.
Mhm.
I want to say something. Okay, I want to say the audience something. Okay, there is a lesson here, folks. The lesson is simple. No matter how much you try to act as a Kala Angrej or black white man, you will be a second grade citizen. But you know what? The best thing is Rishi Sunak was not like that. He was who he was inside out. See
Yeah,
here. He never cared about anything. He went and did the ko puja. Yeah,
yeah,
you know what I mean. He went and did the ko puja, and see, we see so much of it trending, saying how he was put down by the racism. In you know, racism still persists. It's a
absolutely. I
core.
mean, like, and that's the other part I'm going to come to in a minute, actually.
Uh-huh. See,
So
see here, this is important. Vinayji, did Rishi Sunak lose to racism? So many things. Hey, this is much interesting. You know why? This is the so called the would be Harvard professor supposed to be from
Right.
Nizi Razan.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's not coming from just one or two people. It's coming from several people, actually.
Absolutely.
So the other thing that even Tory party said was, oh, there is no racism here because we gave Kemi Badenoch. She's a Nigerian. She's born to Nigerian parents. We gave her an opportunity to throw her hat into the PM race. Sajid Javid whose parents come from Pakistan, held an important portfolio in the cabinet. Kwasi Kwarteng, whose parents are from Ghana, may become the fourth ethnic minority chancellor in a row. Iraq-born Nadeem Zahawi, Indian origin Suella Braverman, all these people and mixed heritage James Cleverly. They're all, going to. They either held good positions or they may be holding good positions in the future. So these were all the kind of justification from them. But let's look at the real reason for Sunak's defeat. Okay, the racist Tory party hard right members could never contemplate the prospect of a non-white leader, and so that's why they plumped for tiny lady Liz Truss over smooth and sensible Rishi Sunak. This is what was written in the Independent. And you just showed me what the video you just showed me was presented by LBC presenter Sangeeta Mista, and she put it on Friday that the Tory party membership is not quite ready to elect someone who looked so vastly different to them. The Tory membership cannot get over his brown color, said one of the pro-Sunak Tory members.
HR is
Conservative
totally
member,
agreeing
a
with
white
you.
guy, said that.
So I am going to interfere you for one last time because
Sure.
he told me, can you please shut up and let him speak? So I thought there is a comment from HR on that. So now you can speak.
No worries. And Nadine White, a race correspondent at the Independent, right? That's a very major newspaper in the UK. Tweeted a video of the conversation, and it's purely racism. She said in agreement when someone on Twitter suggested that there may be other factors at work that actually, other reasons for Rishi's defeat. White retorted that the heartbeat of racism is kind of living in denial. Okay, so when someone lives in denial, they will come up with all kinds of excuses. This is what it is. And then back in July, Lord Ranger, a leading Tory donor, essentially tried to guilt up Tory membership into voting for Sunak, warning that Britain could be seen as a racist if Truss were to win. So that's why his reasoning was, don't let Truss win because you don't want Britain to be considered racist. It few years ago you just mentioned Obama won, and America didn't want to be considered racist, so they let Obama win. But here there is a major twist to this whole thing, and the conspiracy that the angle that I'm looking at is the Queen of England. Obviously, there are a few factors here. The Queen doesn't want a brown prime minister to come in because she has colonized these countries, and now to see a person from of Indian origin becoming the prime minister of the country, the head of the country, that's not going to be that's not going to go well with the Queen, right?
No, sorry, Vinayji, I don't agree with you here. Just because she doesn't even allow her son to become the king, even though he is white. She's still holding on to the queen post.
Oh God, don't get me on this because then I'll talk about my book that I'm working on. And
Awesome.
yeah, I'm working on a book on the conspiracy behind Diana's death, right? So
Wow. Okay.
yeah, so that's a whole new topic. We can talk about it another time. But yes, so Queen's role is very important, and she actually controls a lot of stuff that goes on in the UK even today. Okay, although they consider her to be like just like a figure, right? Like a figurehead of the United Kingdom.
Hmm.
She still controls the power. A lot of Tory members, a lot of uh, party members, they still go to her for advice and everything. So as a result, there is a rumor that the elections also were fixed, the Conservative Party elections, because they feel that there was an unofficial whip from the Queen herself saying that you have to vote for
Yeah. Yeah.
Sunak. I mean, not
Yeah,
Sunak,
you
but
mean to say,
against Sunak.
Vinayji, do you mean to say that UK election is also fixed like Indo-Pak match?
Absolutely. I mean, you know what happened in the United States, just previous elections, right? They talk about U.S. elections were also fixed. So likewise, this can happen because when people are in power, they are power hungry. They want to keep their power. They want to make sure that it's only the prime ministerial position goes only to a white person, not a
Right.
person of color, right? So that is important.
Absolutely. Absolutely. But it was such a great insight you are putting together, and we will get you on your book one of these days, to know about the conspiracy. But many comments are coming here agreeing with you, okay? And as you eloquently put everything so nicely, and yeah, but the bottom line is this: UK just missed the what you call Obama moment. But before going further, before going further, I like to say the people, friends, you know what? At Bharat Marg now you can learn Sanskrit online for free. Okay, no age limits. Anybody can join and learn, and it's free. So please register right now by sending a WhatsApp to +16479644790. Because if till we don't support and thrive on Sanskrit and Sanskriti, forget about Desh and Dharma. And you can become a member now and become part of all the good deeds we do, like Godan, Goseva, Nandidan, Nandi Seva, Pujas, the Ekadasi, Dwadasi Puja, Pradosham Puja, Havans, and also support Bharat Marg in the process. Now you can get one dharmic message every day by just sending a WhatsApp to +16479644790 and get the dharmic message in the language of your choice. And we also arrange luxury pilgrimage trips, private trips, which you can go with your family and have a Tirtha Yatra with your parents, with your elderly parents and children, because it is senior citizen friendly and also special need friendly. Okay, contact us and send us a WhatsApp to +16479644790 for all your questions. Yes, back to Vinayji.
Yeah, my final closing statement is, this the racism exists in the United Kingdom. I have been through it. Rishi Sunak, we just saw it go through it, and unfortunately, that's in the blood of most Brits. And hopefully, we'll see. In the coming years, if things shift, if after the Queen's passing, the new king, whoever, either Prince Charles or his son, whoever gets into that position, if he's a little open-minded, maybe things may change. But we'll see. That day may be a little far away.
Absolutely. I just want to show one last thing here as we wind down. Here, deleted tweet from Joe Morgan says, "Do you think the members of your party are ready for a brown man Rishi?" It talks about how he has to face racism right from the get go. It goes
Correct.
through a lot of tweets from the well-known people and well-known journalists. Yeah, the Daily Telegraph journalist Alison Patterson tweeted, in the middle of the worst cost of living 40 years ago, yeah, 40 years in the Conservative Party, seriously going to pick a man with a billionaire wife as a prime minister? you know Electoral suicide and much more. But that's great talking to you. Okay. And yeah, so hope, friends, do you agree with Vinayji there is a racism that exists? If so, please comment and let us know. Do you agree, disagree? What do you feel? But you know what, I am so proud of Rishi Sunak, because he was who he was. He never apologized for who he was. Even in India, you find a lot of politicians who try to become a kala angrez, what we call like a Uncle Tom, or whatever they call,
They
right?
call them
But
coconuts, brown on the outside, white on the inside.
that's a nice way to put it. Okay, but he stood for who he was, and he stood for his desh dharma without any apology. That's what is. But his career is not at over. Okay, it's just getting started, and of course there is a lot of energy problem. I'm hearing that in UK many people will be freezing with no energy in the coming winter. A lot of especially with the Russian Ukraine war, that is a subject of another talk. But thank you, Vinay Ji, for coming, and
Thank you, Ji.
thank you your time, for sharing your information with Bharat Marg, and appreciate it highly. Looking forward to see you again. Hare Krishna, Hare
Great.
Krishna.
Thank you.